example right there. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
No gain. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. Now again, right side. It's Carson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Myers' kick is good. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
To Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll they'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distance.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
Makes the score Seahawks 10, Vikings 6. Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Cousins on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He'll run it, and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
49-yard line.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
That's good.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Carson, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Wilson with the handoff to Chris Carson.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now it's Carson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 27. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Cousins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
First quarter with the score.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
That'll be complete to Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now
on 4th down. They do snap it to Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
The tackle made by Benson Mayowa.
At his own 9-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On play action, Cousins. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off at the 18. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on second down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Second and goal from the 6 this time. On the move to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's third and goal.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be fourth and goal. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on fourth and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And the lead will grow by one more.
Makes the score Seahawks 20, Vikings 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Cousins able to find Jefferson here. Complete. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Minnesota.
A first down throw for Cousins. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second and 1, Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Seahawks 27, Vikings 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Check. Watch out. Check. Lucky.
Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. Steps away. He's got Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point.
Everybody likes to see the long ball throw, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Vikings 6. Michael Dixon.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tajay Sharp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the 2nd quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Amir Abdullah deep for Minnesota. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Cousins. And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run again with Carson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Good gain by Chris Carson. Picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. Carson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
A 10-yard gain.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time.
To punt for the Seahawks.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. They had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to 1st and 10. Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Again, it's Cook. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
He was taken down by...
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The drive starts with a completion left side. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. In your face.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Wilson to Metcalf that time, first down, Seattle.
What a great rookie campaign in 2019 for DK Metcalf, who came in with high expectations, was actually upset that he went in the second round, not the first round, but quickly proved everyone wrong who didn't take him prior. 900 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, and looks exactly like a Seattle Seahawks receiver is supposed to look. Big, strong, physical, and catches all the contested passes downfield.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
12. First down, Vikings.
On first and 10, Cousins. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case,
and now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks 41, Vikings 12.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Third and long for Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Seahawks
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 54's Mike.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Complete. Jefferson to target. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the Vikings 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins again. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to get a score back. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
48, Vikings 19.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. He lets it fly from Lockett. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 55, Vikings 19. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Carson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Wilson wants to throw it. Out to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Tonight's final score, Seahawks 55.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it?